and one of the guys who is rapidly climbing it. Gurney in the Premier League. Jeffrey Zwaan,
Daryl to throw for the bull.
a man who will feature as one of the contenders in the Premier League this year. I'm Dan Dawson talking you through the action. This is a board final, or last 32, a third round game.
Bullseye.
Another one.
Jeffrey's won the bull.
The winner of this goes through to the last 16 to face either the Ferret, Johnny
Jeffrey
Clayton,
to throw
or
first.
Aaron Monk. And welcome to our viewers on Facebook Live, just giving you a taste of what your PDC TV subscription gets you for the year. All 30 Players' Championship
60
events. 30 of them. As well as all the Euro Tours, 13 of those. All the dart show highlights from the major tournaments.
100.
Of the Grand Prix Players' Championship finals, which Super Chin won. The match play, which Jeffrey made the semi-finals of last year.
97.
But this is the bread and butter of PDC darts. 30 of these events, 2 per weekend. Played in Wigan and Barnsley
60.
in the north of England. Also played in Dublin just before the Grand Prix in Ireland. And will be in Hildesheim in Germany.
125.
The growth of the game continues to see darts expand, particularly in Germany, but also mainland Europe. Already seen a young potential
59.
star from Germany in action. His first game since joining the PDC Tour full-time, getting his tour card. Christian
100.
Bunser, very impressive from the young man, averaged getting on for 100, but only beaten by Ryan Joyce, one of the seeded players here today, is Gurney.
95.
Only comes away with 95. That's not enough to leave a finish, so Zwaan has got a little bit of time with which to play here. 57 scored. Oh, well, he was after the
76
12s there, and he's just fired it into the 9s. That will cost him a dart at a double.
39.
And that could cost Daryl Gurney. Seeing the point hit the flight, the stem, and then the floor. Double 16. Exaggerated step over from Jeffrey.
11.
Exaggerated bounce out. 2 treble 20s for double 14. That's 1. Can't produce another.
100.
And
Game
Jeffrey,
shot.
at the third time of asking, does manage to pin double 16. It is the Black Cobra who gets the opening leg of this one. These two no strangers to each other. Played each other 3 times last year.
96.
As well as a couple of times in 2017. And Daryl Gurney has had the better of most of those meetings.
60.
He's won 3 of the last 5, including 2 6-0 whitewashers. Once at the Players' Championship finals a couple of years ago, and their most recent meeting in Milton Keynes.
180.
Back in May last year, as Gurney fires in a trademark 180. One of the biggest maximum hitters in this game,
60.
Daryl Gurney. But suffered a disappointing start to his Premier League campaign on Thursday in Newcastle, beaten by the excellent Gerwyn Price, despite the fact that Gurney averaged almost a ton himself.
58. 87.
Should just stay there. No, he's coming down. No, he certainly will go back up.
87.
No need to go treble 19 and bullseye. Daryl Gurney with Zwaan way back on nearly 300.
140.
There's a bit more pressure now for Super Chin. Only 15 scored now. 15?
65, yeah.
Well,
72.
That's a little foolish. Looking at 25 and tops. Does not get a dart for the leg, and he's not made to pay because Zwaan cannot take out the 154.
60.
It was always a big ask, but underestimate this lad at your peril.
Four.
3 darts missed at double 4. Zwaan, he's going to go the treble. Now double-double.
54.
Couldn't find the first double that would have given him a dart for a leg. And Gurney, well,
Game shot.
he scrapes through, and there's a little smirk there from Super Chin. Knows he got away with that one. One apiece. Certainly not
125.
the start we expected from these two. Plenty of time to grow into the game. We've already seen some big names depart in this opening Pro Tour
96.
event of the year. Rob Cross, the world champion, averaged 100, but beaten by one of the new guys who switched over from the BDO, and it's not the three-time Lakeside champion
59.
Glenn Durran. He was a first-round loser today. Or the former world number one in the BDO, Mark McGeaney. He went out early as well. It's Scott Baker, mod from Tipton.
140.
6-4 winner against Rob Cross. We can keep up to date with all the action. We've got 16 boards of action taking place simultaneously around the Robin Park
134.
Tennis Centre. 2 streaming boards. This one you're watching here. Colleague Chris Murphy commentating on the action on the other streaming board.
171.
And a whole host of other stuff around the hall. Follow tv.dartconnect.com. You can keep up to date with every single visit as Gurney's 171.
140.
Potential 2-darter. Treble 18 or bull. Well, he's gone the bullseye route. Now it's tops, is it? It was the route.
54.
Could not execute it.
Game
Double
shot.
16 is pinned for the second time in this game. 3 legs, 3 holds of throw. Not exactly comfortable holds of throw, it has to be said, from either man.
57.
It's been convincing stuff so far from Daryl Gurney, certainly in terms of the scoreline. Started the day with a 6-1 win over Jamie Bain, and then
57.
Sorry, Terry Temple was 6-2, and then Jamie Bain 6-1. And he averaged around about the 95-96 mark in those games.
83.
Jeffrey Zwaan was a bit of a slow starter against Jamie Lewis, former World Championship semi-finalist. Beat him 6-4 with a mid-80s average, but then upped it. Averaged almost 99.
95.
Beating the Spanish number 1, Cristo Reyes, by 6 legs to 2. We know that these two are capable
97.
in big ton-plus averages. Zwaan was doing it regularly and over massive long formats in the World Match Play last year. And he's also been doing it regularly on
44.
the Pro Tour Series, which is where we saw him go on and make finals and claim titles prior to that run to the Match Play semis. These events will
100.
give you very good clues and indications of the players to watch in the big TV tournaments. We've seen it happen time and again.
145.
145 leaves 160. Gurney on a big checkout as well, but it's one that requires the bullseye, and he's not going to get a dart at it.
104.
2 treble 20s would leave tops. The Zwaan can make this look effortless when he gets it right. Is he getting it right? I don't think he is.
100.
No, absolutely fires those darts into the board, Zwaan. Catches the first dart and misses
50.
inside. It's the doubles that are causing problems for Daryl Gurney.
Game shot.
No such issue for Jeffrey Zwaan. Absolutely batters that second dart into the double top. Break of throw, 3-1. We've got a bit of daylight between these two for the first time.
$60.
More like it from Daryl Gurney. A second 180 of this game for him, as well as a 171 that he's pinned.
140.
Surprising that Zwaan is yet to produce a maximum.
$100. 100. 100.
Gurney gives himself a chance to break straight back.
77.
Last start in a treble could prove to be pivotal. 11's the target. Double 14.
107.
Again, Gurney missing inside on the double. It is starting to frustrate him. 14's. Bullseye.
83.
Some way off. Deciding not to split it, going straight at the double 7, Daryl Gurney. And that is the problem. He's been missing inside regularly on the doubles.
No score.
He always knew if he missed inside on the double 7 that it would cost him. This for 4-1. And double
Game
16, after missing it a couple of times in the early part of the game, Jeffrey Zwaan, he is not missing it now. And this may not be... This is a good 20 points off the sort of average that we've seen Jeffrey Zwaan produce in these events and indeed in big TV ones.
83.
He was very unlucky to be drawn against Rob Cross in the opening round of the World Championship. Otherwise, a lot of people, even despite that, people thought he was going to go on and have a big
95.
run at Pally. In the end, Rob Cross managed to stop him in a thriller of a first round game.
100.
But it is undoubted talent that he has that has got him into the Premier League this year. He's one of the contenders. 9 different players playing over 9 weeks to replace the injured Gary
140.
Anderson. We will see Jeffrey Zwaan in Rotterdam.
80.
He'll be taking on Rob Cross again. What a match that'll be if it is anything like their meeting at Alexandra Palace.
99.
It will be a stunner. 99 leaves a finish. Don't see many counting mistakes from these young Dutch players.
95.
They're very fast, very good at counting. They're just very good in general. Jeffrey Zwaan ticks all 3 of those boxes.
60.
Leaves himself a 1 treble finish. Gurney, treble 17. And now all he's doing is hoping. He is
127.
hoping that he comes back to the board in this leg. Because if he goes 5-1 down with another break, surely there is only one winner. Double top. Magnificent from Jeffrey Zwaan. You don't often see much in terms of celebrations from the young Dutchman, but that pump of the fist, I think he believes this game is won. There is nothing in the averages. 89 apiece, but it is Daryl Gurney 1, Jeffrey Zwaan 5, and the Black Cobra is throwing for a spot in the last 16.
180.
And surely this is going to happen. It's very rare you see Jeffrey giving it some like that. I like the new
100. $57. 85. 123.
A quick glance at the scoreboard there, Jeffrey realised that treble 20 was still the shot.
90.
He is on 1-4-1. To close this out, he's got 6 darts, at least 2 visits for this.
65.
Use of the bullseye there gets him down to 76. That means he should guarantee himself a match start. All he has to do is make sure he does not miss any
56.
big number. Gurney is on the biggest checkout of the lot. He has done the minimum required. But tops
36.
would have completed a 6-1 win. Well, this, for an act of escapology, it is far beyond Gurney today. He's been nowhere near his best. Looked
98.
good on Thursday night against Gerwyn Price, despite being defeated. He has not looked good here today.
Game shot and the match.
Jeffrey Zwaan does make him pay. The Players' Champion Daryl Gurney dumped out in the opening Pro Tour event of the year in the 3rd round, but Jeffrey Zwaan marches on into the last 16. He will face either Johnny Clayton or Aaron Monk